A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant and contentious move, the Trump administration has signed a proclamation suspending travel to the United States for citizens from 12 countries, citing national security concerns. The countries affected by this sweeping travel ban are Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. This proclamation, which will take effect on June 9th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, has already sparked outrage among Democrats and human rights advocates who label it as discriminatory and reminiscent of the previous Muslim travel ban that drew widespread criticism during Trump's first term. The administration argues that these countries lack adequate vetting and screening processes to identify foreign nationals who may pose safety or terrorism threats to the United States. Additionally, the proclamation imposes partial travel restrictions on 7 other nations: Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. The criteria for these restrictions include factors such as a country's information sharing policies, the presence of terrorist organizations, visa overstay rates, and the willingness of these nations to accept their citizens who are deported. In a video released by the White House, President Trump emphasized that he had directed the Secretary of State to conduct a security review of high-risk regions on his first day in office. He also referenced a recent attack on Jewish protesters in Boulder, Colorado, where the suspect, an Egyptian national, was charged. Notably, Egypt is not included in the travel ban list, raising questions about the criteria used for these decisions. The announcement has drawn sharp criticism from Democratic lawmakers. Representative Ilhan Omar condemned the new policy as beyond shameful on social media, while Senator Adam Schiff stated, "Bigotry is not a national security strategy." The travel restrictions will not apply to lawful permanent residents, athletes traveling for international competitions, those with refugee status, and individuals with immediate family member visas or dual citizenship with a non-restricted passport. Human rights organizations have also voiced their concerns. Global Refuge President Krishomira Vignaraja criticized the travel ban, arguing that while national security is crucial, it should not come at the expense of individual rights. She cautioned that such indiscriminate restrictions could undermine the United States' humanitarian leadership and adversely affect family reunifications and the economy. In a related legal matter, the Supreme Court ruled that Mexico cannot sue American gun manufacturers for their role in the violence perpetrated by drug cartels. The court unanimously decided that Mexico's claims lacked sufficient evidence to establish that gun manufacturers contributed to illegal firearm violations. Furthermore, the Supreme Court has made a notable ruling that allows individuals and majority groups to pursue lawsuits over reverse discrimination. This ruling came in the case of Marlene Ames, a white, straight woman who alleged she was denied a promotion and subsequently demoted due to her sexual orientation. On a different front, reports have surfaced indicating that Donald Trump has potentially made up to $1 billion in cryptocurrency investments, with more expected in the future. Experts suggest that Trump's investment team is knowledgeable and strategic in enhancing the value of their holdings. In other news, Trump is reportedly considering the Florida Atlantic University campus in Boca Raton as a potential site for his presidential library, with negotiations for a 100-year lease currently underway. This site is favored due to its proximity to his Mar-a-Lago estate. Internationally, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz is set to meet with Trump to discuss various issues, including support for Ukraine and trade tensions affecting the European economy. The two leaders are working to foster a more positive relationship compared to Trump's previous term, which was marked by friction with former Chancellor Angela Merkel. Additionally, Trump has engaged in discussions with Chinese President Xi Jinping amid ongoing trade negotiations, although progress remains limited. The administration has yet to fulfill its promise of securing multiple trade deals within the first 6 months of Trump's current term. In response to the new travel ban, the African Union has called for a more consultative approach from the White House, highlighting the potential negative impacts on educational exchanges and diplomatic relations. The organization has urged the U.S. to engage in constructive dialogue with the affected countries to mitigate the fallout from these restrictions. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.